Hey y'all, back with another quick video. Um, so yeah, let's get right into it. Black women, stop having a baby for a skin tone. We have to stop this. Um, it's getting us nowhere. Look around the community. You have all these black women, you know, I just want a baby. I just want my baby to be black. Well, how come it's never I want my baby to have a healthy environment to grow up in? How come it's never I want my baby to have generational wealth? Why aren't you working on yourself mentally, spiritually, and emotionally so that your child can benefit from you being its mother? Why aren't you going to therapy? Why aren't you getting your shit together, going to school, starting a successful business so that your child can benefit from you being its mother? Yeah, the baby may be a blessing, but why aren't you a blessing to your baby? Have you ever asked yourself that? Didn't think so. Because, see, we're the only race of women on this planet that is obsessed with skin tone when it comes to procreating. When it comes to procreating, we are obsessed with a skin tone. And we're in last place because of it. We're dead last because you don't want to ask for provisions from the men that you're choosing to have the babies with, right? And we're just socialized differently at the end of the day. Most other races of women, particularly white women, they are socialized to marry and procreate with men that have tangibility. You know, I'm sure you all have seen the article where the older white woman, I think she was like, I think she worked at Harvard or something. But long story short, she was telling younger white women, you need to get into these schools, universities, so that you can get a good husband. Black women, no, we are adultified from childhood. You know, that we love our sons and raise the daughters because the black community is completely role reversed. And it starts in childhood. I didn't see little black girls, not even 10 years old, cooking, cleaning, looking after mama's seventh, eighth baby because mama can't stop having kids with Dusties. I mean, like this 8-year old child is a whole mother. She is taking care of this whole household because mama got to work 2 and 3 jobs because she didn't keeps getting pregnant by Dusties, and then will adultify her daughters to be her co-husbands. So you don't get to have a childhood if you have a mother that can't stop having babies, keeps getting pregnant by Dusty. You can say goodbye to your childhood. You can forget all of that. You can forget all that. I done seen it. Okay, I done seen it. Like, girl, I feel so bad. Like, that's horrible. You have no childhood. Like, your childhood is being a mother. You haven't even reached puberty yet, and you like changing diapers, you making bottles, you putting food on the stove, you sweeping, mopping. Child, what kind of life is that? And then you wonder why so many black girls, get to adulthood and want nothing to do with kids. They want nothing. They were already mothers. They were 7, 8-year-old mothers. taking care of their mother's younger children. They didn't get to have a childhood. And then the black community wants to go around shaming these women that were adultified from a certain age. So it usually either goes one or two ways. It's like when these black girls are adultified, they'll either get to adulthood and want nothing to do with kids, or they'll end up becoming teen moms. Teen moms, or they will just go on to have a bunch of kids them damn selves, because that's all they know, because they can't think outside the box. You know, they just like KSC says, they just believe in this long suffering. They just believe like, well, this is just my lot in life, and you know, this is just how it is. Why? Why do you believe that you have to suffer for so long? Like you believe that you were put on this earth to suffer? That's so sad. That is so sad. I really hate that for you. And also, black people have, statistically, black people have the most kids, but will leave their children the least amount of wealth. Make it make sense. Why are why are you having so many kids and leaving your kids so little wealth? But they're such a blessing. They're such a blessing that you don't want to give them any wealth or very little wealth. It doesn't make sense. It makes no sense, babe. You know, you gotta work on yourself before you have kids. If you are a young, childless woman that wants to have kids, please work on yourself before you have kids. Work on your trauma. Go to therapy. Okay? Society thanks you, because the first teacher is the mother. And if the mother is fucked up, the children will be fucked up. This is scientifically proven. Statistically speaking, now not every single time, but a lot of the times, if the mother is suffering from poor mental and behavioral health, the child will as well. So y'all are not doing society a favor by having all these babies that y'all are traumatizing, because you know there's a thing called prenatal trauma. Yeah, go look it up. Prenatal trauma. You can traumatize your baby through stress, depression in the womb. The child is feeling all of that because why? We are all balls of energy. Okay? And energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transferred. So all of that energy, all of those emotions that you're feeling, thinking while you're pregnant, is being transferred into your baby in the womb, whether you like it or not. So that's why it's very important for you as a woman, because we have the ability to give life. So which with much power comes much responsibility. So at this point, a lot of women are abusing their power, which is why we see a lot of reckoning coming for women, unfortunately, because you've abused your power. You're using it recklessly. You're birthing all these babies, you know, in trauma, traumatizing them in the womb and after they come out the womb. So yeah, that's an abuse of power, babe. You got to check yourself. You got to do some self-reflection and self-accountability. And this is the part a lot of women don't like to hear, because then they'll turn around, oh, you're gaslighting, oh, you're a misogynist. No, babe, you need to take accountability for the things you do and say. Like it's really it's look, I know it's hard. I've been there when I was stubborn as hell, and just would refuse to take accountability for like the simplest things. But if you do that, you're never going to grow. You're never going to grow as a human being. You're never going to grow to your higher or highest self. You have to grow. You have to take accountability. You have to do self-reflection. Welcome to adulthood. Okay? So, yeah. Um Stop having baby for a skin tone. Let's be more um aware of what we're doing, because the reason why you're not receiving help is because of the choices that you're making. And if you know anything about universal law, nothing in this world, nothing in this universe moves without a contract. So the universe cannot intervene in your life because you're choosing to do all these things. You're choosing to have all these babies that you can't afford. You're choosing to sleep with Dusties and entertain Dusties. Okay? So those are choices that you're making. Look at every single choice that you're making. And when you go through with it, that is the consent. That is the contract that you are making with the universe. So the reason why the universe can't help you, won't help you, is because you made a contract and you consented to said thing or act. You consented to it. You consented to laying down with a Dusty and birthing his baby. So no, the universe isn't going to come in and make your life better. You got to honor that contract. You got to honor that contract. You got to see it all the way through. Unfortunately, that's what you chose to do. So, ball's in your court, babe. And I'm rooting for all Black women that want to better themselves, who want to take accountability and responsibility for the things that they do and say, so you can grow. Because we're getting too old for this shit. We're getting too old, especially if you're 35 and up. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. You better get it together. Get it together. So anyway, that's my spiel. That's all I have. Until next time, talk amongst yourselves. Deuces.